Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, my name is Nancy. In today's class, we're going to be learning how to make this bubble dress with a drawstring. So if this is something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let's get started. The name of this fabric is called an African print fabric, and I made use of 2 yards, and I also made use of a bias tape, which is just 1 yard. Now I'm going to fold my fabric into two equally, and then I'll further fold the fabric into two again. So I practically folded this fabric into four so that after cutting I would have both the front piece and the back piece of the dress. The next step is to draw a straight line at the top of the fabric here, which is called the shoulder line. And from the center of the folded fabric on this side, I'm going to mark a neck width of 5 inches. For a plus size person, you can use 5 inches or 6 inches depending on how wide you want the neckline to be. Now for the neck depth, I would make use of just 3 inches, and then I would connect both points together to form a curved neckline. Now from the center of the shoulder line again, I'm going to place my tape measure to mark the measurement I took from my center neckline all the way down to my desired sleeve length, which is 17 inches. And for folding allowance for the sleeve, I added extra 1 inch, which made it 18 inches altogether. Now from my sleeve length, I'll come down here to mark 1 inch and then connect this point to meet the neck width with a slant line. So this is the shoulder slope moving all the way down to my desired sleeve length. Now for the next line, I'm going to be using my bust point measurement as a guide. My bust point is 9.5 inches. I would place my tape from the shoulder line here all the way down. And instead of marking on 9.5 inches, I would add extra 1.5 inches to that, and that would be 11 inches. Now I'm going to mark 11 inches here to draw a straight line across this point I marked. So whatever your bust measurement is, add extra 1.5 inches. Now for the sleeve here, I'm going to connect it all the way down to meet this new line. So this is basically the sleeve opening. Now from the shoulder line, I'm going to place my tape measure all the way down to mark my hip line. My hip line is 25 inches. So I marked it here and then I drew a straight line across this point I marked. From the shoulder line again, I'm going to place my tape measure to mark my desired dress length. I marked 43 inches because I want to use the entire Ankara length for my dress. And now on the bust line, I'm going to place my bust measurement divided by 4, and then I would add extra 4 inches for his. So for this particular style, we are not using our waistline measurement. Now on the hip line, I'm going to place my hip measurement divided by 4, and then I would add extra 4 inches for his to connect the hip measurement to meet the bust measurement, just like you see me doing. Now I'm going to take the measurements I have on the hip line. This is 14 inches, and then I'll place this 14 inches on the hemline as well. To connect the measurement I have on the hip to meet the measurement I have on the hemline. So now you're going to create a curve around this area to connect the sleeve into the bust, and this would be the armhole curve. After this, the next step is to add half of an inch stitching allowance to the top of the shoulder. So now I'm going to cut the fabric. So make sure you pay attention to the areas I'm cutting so you don't make any mistake. Now the next step is to mark the point you want the drawstring casing to be placed. Now from the shoulder, I'm going to place my tape all the way down to mark my waistline. My waistline is 16 inches, so I'm going to make a point here. Now on this area, I mark 16 inches. Now I'm going to divide my actual waist measurement, that's my round waist, into 8. And my round waist measurement is 26 inches. Divided by 8 would give me 3.25. So on this center of the fabric here, where I marked that waistline, I'm going to mark 3.25. Please do the same thing with your own waist measurement. Now I'm also going to mark this 3.25 on the hip line as well, and I would also mark it on the hemline so that it will give me a straight line. Then I'll connect the 3 points together with my straight ruler. So this straight line helps us to indicate where we would be placing the drawstring casing. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to separate both the front piece and the back piece. Now I'm going to head over to the sewing machine to stitch the hem of the front piece by folding it half of an inch inward and further folding it by half of an inch. And I would also stitch the hem for the back piece by folding it half of an inch inward and further folding it half of an inch as well. So after stitching the hem for both the front piece and the back piece separately, the next step is to work on the drawstring casing that will be placed on the front of this dress. So this is the wrong side of the front piece, and the length of the line that I marked initially is 27. So this simply means that the length of the strap I'll be working with would be 27 plus extra 2 inches folding allowance, and that'll be 29 inches altogether. Now for the width, it should be 3 inches. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to stitch the edges. So I'll stitch the edges of the strap here by half of an inch by folding it inward, and stitch this other end by half of an inch and further folding it by half of an inch inward. Once you are done with that, you are also going to place the strap on your ironing board to fold the edges of the strap inward by half of an inch like I've done here. Once you are done with that, the next thing is to place this casing directly on this straight line. So I'll start by placing the edge, this end here, directly on the hem of the front piece, and then I'll pin the casing to the front piece. Now, after placing the casing properly, the next step is to make straight stitches. I'll start by making the first stitch on the edges here, and then I would make the second stitch on the second side of the edges, and then I would make the third stitch at the center of this casing to demarcate the casing into two. So guys, once you've secured the casing, the next step is to make a long strap. Make sure that the strap is about 10 inches longer than the casing, just like mine is. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to pass the casing, sorry, I meant to pass the strap into the opening of the casing from the hem here. I'm going to pass the strap all the way so I get to the top of the casing. So when I get to the upper part of the casing, I would stretch out the strap to about 1 inch. I'll leave about 1 inch there, and then I'll go ahead to insert the second strap into the second opening on the casing. So I've inserted the second strap properly, and I'm going to push it out to about 1 inch. Now I'll head over to my sewing machine to stitch directly on the top of the casing so that the strap doesn't pull out. So after stitching the top of the strap, this is how it should be. You should be able to draw the straps properly. Now the next thing we are going to do is to place both the front piece and the back piece on each other, right side to right side facing each other. And then we are going to head over to the sewing machine to stitch the shoulders by half of an inch. After stitching the shoulders together, now we are going to use the bias tape to secure the neckline properly. After securing the neckline with a bias tape, the next step is to secure the sleeve opening by folding it half inch inward and further folding it by half of an inch to make a straight stitch, and you should repeat the same sewing process on this other side as well. So guys, I've secured the sleeve opening on this side, and I've also secured the sleeve opening on this other side as well. The next step is to stitch the sides by 1 inch, and you should stitch this other side by 1 inch. After stitching the sides of the dress, make sure you notch the armhole area so that it relaxes properly. Now I'm going to turn the dress to the right side of the fabric, and you can see how beautiful it is, and the drawstring is also moving smoothly. I hope this tutorial was helpful. You can actually style this dress on a skirt or a pant trouser, or just the way I styled it in this tutorial. So please subscribe, share and like my tutorials, and also put on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified when I upload new tutorials. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next one.